Humanitarianism has always been a fundamental component of our society. Charitable foundations work tirelessly to empower those in need, while the remarkable efforts of individual benefactors often go unseen by the public. Faces of Philanthropy celebrates the causes and the people behind these foundations, changing the lives of countless individuals around the world. Invisible heroes who give of themselves to make the world a better, more beautiful place. Technology may not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think about philanthropy, but its impact in communities has always been necessary and far-reaching. In this episode, we'll explore the ways technology is strengthening the relationships between donors and charitable foundations, the pivotal role it plays in improving an organization's ability to provide relief, and the importance of empowering communities with the skills to advance a flourishing tech industry. Charity Miles, Per Scholas, Omaze, Keen, Direct Relief, and Standard Bank. B-Tech.
When we started Charity Miles, my mission was to create this group of people that could repurpose mobile advertising dollars for social good. But what I've learned from our members is that we are about a lot more than earning money. And we have so many members that are sharing incredible stories with us and accomplishing incredible things that I've realized that our mission is to create a movement in which people move through life with a cause in their heart every day.
Imagine being able to raise money for a charity by turning any recreation into donations. Thanks to an innovative app called Charity Miles, anyone with a mobile device can go the extra mile and give back simply by being active.
Charity Miles is an app that allows you to earn money for charity whenever you walk, run, or bike. It's really any human activity that you can do, non-motorized. We have people who rake their leaves with it. We have people that do Zumba classes with it. It's really about moving through life with purpose. The members come and they use the app, they choose which charity they want to walk for, and they get a company that wants to have a relationship with them. We partner with over 30 best-in-class charities from around the world. Warrior Project, Feeding America, World Food Program, RED. We use the GPS and the motion sensors of the phone to measure how far you walk, and then for every mile you earn money for your charity, courtesy of the corporate sponsors. Other apps refer to the people who use them as users, and we do not call the people who use Charity Miles users. They are our tribe, they are our members. And our tribe is always growing, and right now we're between 130, 140,000 monthly active members, and we have earned over $1.2 million for charity so far. I used to be a corporate lawyer on Wall Street. In my spare time, I was running marathons to raise money for Parkinson's in honor of my grandfather. And over time, there became this disconnect because I'd be really working hard to raise a few $1,000s for Parkinson's. And then I'd go into the office and I'd be working on deals that would move hundreds of millions of dollars to things that I just frankly didn't care about and weren't going to make a difference for anybody. That kind of grew over time, and I realized I wanted what I did every day to make a difference. Not just give back, but I wanted to do good. And it was a mental shift for me. And what's exciting to me is that I see that mental shift more and more in young people and in millennials especially, where they're not thinking about their careers as something that will enable them to make a living and give back, but they want their careers and what they do in their life to be something meaningful.
I really think it puts a lens on everything in your day, not just your exercise activity. And we hear those stories all the time from our members, that reminder, that new way of looking at the world, via having something like Charity Miles as a gentle reminder to just walk with a little more purpose that day, shapes things even outside of your exercise experience. So we're really fascinated with that next step for our members and what they do even outside of the Charity Miles world.
The stories that we get from our community, to me, are the biggest success there, because that's what show us how much of an impact we can really have. Barefoot Jake ran from Huntington Beach, California to Jacob Riis Park in Queens. He's the first person recorded to run across the United States entirely barefoot, and he used Charity Miles the whole way. His thing was about connecting with people and forming a community that could kind of grow along the country. And so every day, like if he met someone on the road, or if he stayed with somebody, or somebody put him up in their house, or a restaurant gave him a free meal, that would influence the charity that he chose to run for that day. So if somebody was a veteran, he would run for a veterans charity. If somebody had a dog, he might run for the ASPCA.
And I couldn't imagine finishing without Pat, so since he's not here in person, I called him up because I thought awesome. All right, now I'm gonna go jump in the water, excuse me.
I'm very excited about where technology can take philanthropy in the coming years, but I wouldn't overstate the technology because it's not just the technology, it's the community. So if you're just focused on making a cool app, but you're not understanding the heart of it, then I think that you might miss. I think that's one area that we do really well, is that we make sure that the app is just the vehicle for the tribe.
Having grown up in the South Bronx, I can tell you that communities like this don't lack talent. In fact, there is tremendous amount of talent in communities like the South Bronx and in communities like this across the country. What often is lacking is opportunities.
Attempting to enter the workforce without proper training or work experience creates a number of challenges to those seeking employment. Without a livable wage or financial security, attaining these prerequisites is unfeasible for residents in low-income communities. In an effort to put an end to this cycle of poverty, Perscolas provides free tech education and job training to aspiring applicants in underserved communities.
When Perscolas was founded in 1995, the mission was to bridge the digital divide, and to do so by taking donated computers from corporations and refurbishing them and getting them into the hands of individuals, schools, and low-income communities. At the same time, we needed a workforce to actually do the work of servicing the computers, and so out of the humble beginnings of a kind of manufacturing operation, we created a job training program that today is nearly 100% of what we do. It's a really accelerated program. It's about 2 to 3 semesters of college squeezed into a 2 to 3 month period. The days are long. Our students usually arrive here at 8 a.m. Their classes start at 9 and their classes end around 4:30, and they're here for study groups usually until about 6. 80% of our curriculum, or 4 full days, is on the technical skills, but 1 full day, 20% of our curriculum is on these soft skills, and we're really teaching folks not just how to get their first job, but how to think about their career in tech, how to constantly educate themselves to learn more skills, how to be professional, how to be resourceful, how to really think about not just that first job, but how they move up in the industry.
When I think of Perscolas, I think of salvation, family. They saved me. I began in IT at a nonprofit from 1986 to 2011 when they let me go. And when I lost that position, I lost a lot. I knew I wanted to stay in IT, but I didn't know how. One of the main parts of Perscolas was the life skills course. It was once a week. You had to come professionally dressed or you didn't attend. And you had to come prepared and want to be there. They helped you with your presence, and they also helped you with your resume. I didn't realize that resume building changed over the 20 years, drastically.
There is a general perception that not-for-profit workforce training is not very good, and the truth is that we've proven that it is. Certainly for the student, it doesn't cost them anything, but the demands on the student is very high. There is a significant amount of sweat equity that students have to invest to be able to succeed in this program. They've got to be here every day. They can't be absent. They can't be late. So from their point of view, the investment is huge. Over time, employers keep coming back to us because they know that the product we're producing is good. The people we are training are excellent employees.
At Barclays, we take pride in the people we bring into the organization, and we always look for the best candidates possible. And at the time, our team was looking for, a candidate that could come in and hit the ground running. But at the same time, the initiative was to hopefully fill that void with a member from Perscalis. And when we met Michelle, we found that it was a perfect opportunity. She works hard, she's diligent, she goes above and beyond the call of duty.
Being the first hire at Barclays from Perscalis was one of the greatest honors I've ever had. It comes with a lot of responsibility because I want other Perscolians to follow me into Barclays.
The idea here is to get people into jobs that pay better than the ones that they were in before. I believe that we are an opportunity for those folks that are seeking a better way of life, that want to improve how their children live, that want to be able to experience the American dream. And through our training, people realize that.
Being at Barclays gave me that confidence that I can take care of my family and I can also have a rewarding career that has a future in it.
Our connectivity is why we exist. And that's the beautiful thing about the internet. It's the beautiful thing about social media is it makes us more connected. And when we become more connected to each other, we understand each other better. When we understand each other better, we want to help each other more and we want to give more. And so that's the beautiful kind of combination that's going on there is we can use these mediums to connect people, but we can also use these mediums to distribute stories.
Over the last 2 decades, the internet has blossomed into a remarkable network connecting users from around the world. The inception of social media brought rise to a community that transcends natural borders, allowing them to rally behind causes as a unified group. Combining this with the power of storytelling, Omaze rewards donors with a chance to live out their dream experience while helping organizations realize their funding goals.
Omaze is a cause marketplace that offers the chance to win once-in-a-lifetime experiences to support charities. We've done everything from be in the next Star Wars movie, to have John Legend sing at your wedding, to ride in a tank with Arnold Schwarzenegger and crush things. But where we're different than most companies is where they'll offer these things at auction for $25,000 for the highest bidder. We make it so anybody in the world can donate $10 for the chance to win. Ryan and I were inspired to start Omaze by a couple things. Ryan and I went to Stanford together. We came down to LA to get into entertainment, specifically around cause content. We did a bunch of different projects. We did everything from Girl Rising, which was a documentary about educating girls in the developing world, which was funded by Oprah, and we did Live Earth, which was the largest concert ever thrown on 7 continents in one night. We realized from doing this work is that we were creating a lot of awareness, but not necessarily a lot of impact. And we saw that was endemic to the cause space as a whole. So Ryan and I decided we had to find a better model to do what we were passionate about. So we decided to go back to business school. And when we were in school, we went to this event that Magic Johnson was hosting for the Boys and Girls Club, where he was auctioning off the chance to play basketball with him and go to a Lakers game. And so we sat there and we watched as the bidding went up to $15,000. And we couldn't afford to participate. And we were driving home that night, we were bummed because Magic is our childhood hero. There's nothing we would rather do than play basketball with Magic. But we couldn't afford to participate, so we said, look, if we made this available to everybody for $10 for the chance to win, you could raise so much more money, so much more awareness, open up a whole new donor base, and then everyone would have the chance to live out their dreams. The internet is the ultimate vehicle for connection. We can use storytelling to be able to connect with people. I feel more connected to the world around me. The whole world gets richer when you do that. And so that's the beautiful thing about social media. It's a beautiful thing about distributing content on there is that's why what we do works, because people want to have that connection and they want to give to each other. Going forward, we want to continue to serve world changers. That's our higher purpose at Omaze, and we want to be able to continue to serve them by offering these tools to a lot more people. And the way that we can do that is by building a platform so that any school, any charity around the country or around the world can use our experiences to fundraise for themselves. They can upload their own experiences and leverage the infrastructure that we built, the technology that we built, the expertise and marketing that we built to be able to distribute and raise more money than they would be normally. The most rewarding thing about Omaze, when you build a company, you build a team, and then you bring people on and they get as excited and own the idea that was once yours as you do, and you realize it's not about us. It's really we're not the ones who are gonna make it, it's the team. And the people on our team here they're amazing. They're truly passionate, bright, creative. They've got grit. They believe in what we're all doing, and they believe in each other, and they help each other. And like watching that on a daily basis, and knowing that that community, that group of people has come as a result of an idea that once just existed between Ryan and I, that is the most rewarding thing. Like that is the part I'm probably most grateful for and humbled by.
One of the great vexing problems is how you can extend the benefits of modern day capitalism and tools down to people who aren't really playing in the world market right now. If you have a system to organize and manage data, you can tackle bigger problems.
By harnessing the power of technology, organizations and companies alike can have a greater impact on local communities across the globe. Figures, data, and statistics are key pieces of information to help determine how quickly they can deploy help to those in need. Direct Relief, Keene, Standard Bank, these organizations are making tremendous strides in their ability to effect change and mobilize when and where necessary.
We're a humanitarian organization, so all of these systems and data have a very simple purpose: to help people get access to medications they need when they get sick or hurt.
Direct Relief is here at the Ryan Nina Clinic on the Lower East Side of Manhattan. The local residents of this area were really hit hard after Hurricane Sandy. Thousands of residents here lost power, heat, hot water, and so we're here on behalf of Direct Relief to distribute personal care packs, nutritionals, and food supplies to the residents of this local community. We operate an amazing system called SAP. We run it through all of our logistics. So one of our partners is where we are today. And when they're on the network, we can actually send them text message alerts. We've sent thousands of supplies. And with a great deal of precision, we can map and track everything that goes out.
Being able to provide the community that didn't have water, didn't have food, didn't have basic services within 48 hours is absolutely amazing.
Keene is the original hybrid footwear company. We make bags, footwear, and socks to take you from the first thing in the morning all the way to the end of your day with a lot of comfort and style and fun. The roots of our giving program is actually really unusual. When we were just about 2 years old, the tsunami hit in Southeast Asia. We thought we have the opportunity to do things differently and really to give back and help people. So we took our entire advertising budget for that year, which was $1 million, and diverted it to different nonprofit causes, namely tsunami disaster relief. After that moment, which was really a pinnacle moment for the Keene brand, we decided to make sure that giving was one of the main pillars of who we are. When Hurricane Sandy hit on the East Coast, we were all just floored here, and we felt like we really needed to do something to give back.
We made a few calls and discovered that there was a need for our footwear, specifically our Keene utility product, for deconstruction efforts for the volunteer base. I posed the question, do we have any inventory, any surplus? And that kind of set in motion, trying to mobilize to get a truckload of shoes to Staten Island. After we donated the footwear, I got on a plane and met up with some of our local retailers, along with our media partners, to help organize a mass distribution on Staten Island. Showing up, I was blown away. It looked like a war zone. People were walking around with whatever shoes they had on their feet when they had to leave their homes. They had to go back in and demolish their own homes. At the very least, we were really proud of making sure that their feet were dry and protected. I feel proud to be a part of that.
I think every time the company does something good, it really helps to boost morale here and makes people really proud about the place that they work.
Standard Bank is the largest bank in South Africa. In fact, we're the largest bank in Africa. One of our biggest challenges is poverty, and we see that economic upliftment is an absolute imperative for our country to grow and prosper. 10 million people do not have access to day-to-day banking services. We see that as an opportunity to bring the unbanked formally into the banking sector. The infrastructure that we've got historically does not really suit the needs going forward, and the mobile technology gives us a fantastic opportunity to actually leapfrog that. We can issue an agent of the bank with a mobile phone with the ability to open an account on behalf of a prospective customers, where they live, where they work, anywhere in the country.
A lot of people never had bank accounts because they don't have the proof of residence, and then they are denied to open accounts inside the branch. We open an account with only the ID. So they just provide the ID, we open an account, and it's active, and then they're able to use it. When money is coming into their account, it's notifying them on the phone. And what they do with the mobile phones is transfer funds from their own accounts into a different Standard Bank account. And they're also able to buy electricity on the phone. They're able to buy airtime on the phone.
It's simple, it's easy. We can open an account in less than 10 minutes anywhere in the country. That's immensely powerful for our customers.
Job training aside, it is hard to find a job. It is not that easy because companies are no longer looking at your transcript or what diploma you have. They're looking at your skill set. What do you know? What can you do? What do you bring to the table? And that aside, they're looking for what people call soft skills. We call essential skills. Like, are you collaborative? Can we work with you? Are you reliable? Do we like you?
Even with all the accomplishments these technological advancements have provided, there is still more we can do in order to have a greater humanitarian impact. In an effort to get ahead, BTech and SAP have teamed up to break the mold of traditional education with a revolutionary approach that they hope will greatly benefit the tech industry.
BTech stands for Business Technology Early College High School. It is a school in partner with SAP and CUNY and the Department of Education. Student enter in the 9th grade. They commit to 6 years with us where they would graduate with an associate degree from Queensborough Community College, our higher ed partner, along with their high school diploma and most importantly, hands-on job training in the business technology space. We are a school where if you're willing to work hard, you'll get smart. And if you are willing to ask questions, you'll get what you want. We are a school where it doesn't matter what color you are, what gender you are, where you're from, what language you speak. As long as you're willing to work hard, you'll get far.
I'm a freshman in BTech High School, and I live in Woodhaven, Queens. It takes an hour approximately to get here. I chose to go to school that's far away because it's a good school, and I feel like it's more important to go to a better school than to go to its own school.
We are a New York City public school, limited on-screen, meaning we do not have any selection criteria other than the fact that students have attended one of our many open houses or info sessions. And SAP is our leading industry partner, and what they come to the table with is the content knowledge of what the business technology space will be looking for in 6 years, in 5 years when our student will graduate. There are millions of jobs in the technology space that we as a country will not be able to fill because there's a skills gap. Our high schools, our college currently are not developing and training enough employees for the demand. SAP as a global company understands that. They are not only looking for future employees, but they are creating jobs. It cuts down on onboarding, it cuts down on training. It's a win-win for SAP and for the school.
How do you interact with executives? How do you behave in a corporate environment? Many people who come out of college simply don't have those skills, and some people would argue that having those soft skills, knowing how to work in a corporate setting, is almost more important than having those hard skills. And this program provides both of those. So when students come out of this 6-year school and they have an associate's degree or they perhaps have some SAP certifications, they're absolutely provided with an opportunity to get a job far ahead of students who are simply coming out of college, working on really, really cool projects, coming into SAP offices, job shadowing employees, working with a mentor. Who has that opportunity? This program really provides students with an amazing platform and a launching pad to get a job in the future.
We learn about entrepreneurship skills. We learn about professional skills. We also learn about leadership skills in business class. Everything is practical, so even though you have a knowledge, having a chance to just go out and explore, it's going to prepare me for the real world.
So if I look back, 20 years from now, when I retire, and the perfect BTech would be the students are running the show. Most of them are running the show now, but the students are at the table with the teacher, developing curriculum, developing the learning experiences, the learning opportunity where student voice is heard throughout. It's truly a school for student, by student, with student. They're the ultimate customer. Without their voice, we are imagining. But with their voice, we're doing school for the student in front of us. Every day I'm learning something new, and I think for me selfishly, I love coming to work. I know I will leave smarter each and every day because the students are there, and I know I'll get something from them every day, like it or not.
As we continue to innovate the ways we connect and communicate with one another, we revolutionize the methods through which our humanitarian efforts can directly affect those in need. Fundraisers support charities by staying fit. Donors amass funds by rewarding their supporters. Tech programs endow our communities with intellectual wealth. All of these are the result of technology, in some way, shape, or form. I'm Tim Malloy. Thanks for watching.
Faces of Philanthropy is made possible in part by Forefront Capital, Equal Opportunity Investments.